What if I told you that last semester I slept 5 hours a night for 3 weeks straight and somehow felt more energized than when I was sleeping eight? No, I didn't discover some magic pill. I discovered what sleep scientists have known for decades, but nobody talks about in those generic sleep better videos. Hey, I'm here because I know you're tired. Not just sleepy tired, but that deep, soul crushing exhaustion where you drag yourself out of bed, chug coffee like it's water, and still feel like a zombie by noon. You've probably Googled how to feel less tired at 2 in the morning while staring at unfinished assignments, right? I've been there. But here's what changed everything for me, and I promise by the end of this video, you'll understand why you've been thinking about sleep completely wrong. Today, I'm breaking down the actual science behind sleep quality versus sleep quantity, and more importantly, I'm giving you 3 immediately actionable strategies that will help you wake up feeling genuinely refreshed, even on less sleep. This isn't about becoming a superhuman who doesn't need rest. It's about working with your biology instead of against it. First, let's talk about sleep cycles. Your brain doesn't sleep in one continuous block. It moves through 90-minute cycles, from light sleep to deep sleep to REM and back again. Here's the game changer. Waking up in the middle of deep sleep, even after 8 hours, makes you feel absolutely horrible. But waking up at the end of a complete cycle, even after just 4.5 or 6 hours, can leave you feeling surprisingly alert. This is why some mornings you bounce out of bed after 6 hours, and other mornings you feel destroyed after 9. Calculate backwards from your wake-up time in 90-minute increments. If you need to wake up at 7, try falling asleep at 11:30. Or midnight, not 11:15. That 15-minute difference could mean waking up during deep sleep versus right as your cycle naturally ends. Second, the 20-minute rule that changed my life. Your sleep quality skyrockets when you create a genuine wind-down buffer. 20 minutes before your calculated bedtime, cut all screens. Yes, all of them. Do something genuinely calming. I read fiction, but you could journal, stretch, or just sit in dim lighting. Your brain needs this transition to produce melatonin effectively. Think of it like this. You can't go from sprinting directly into meditation. Your nervous system needs a runway to land. Third, morning light exposure within 30 minutes of waking up. This sounds almost too simple, but it's the biological reset button for your entire sleep-wake cycle. Even 5 minutes of natural sunlight, or a bright lamp if it's dark outside, tells your brain this is when we're awake and helps you feel sleepy at the right time tonight. It's like setting an internal alarm clock that actually works. Look, I'm not saying sacrifice sleep recklessly. Rest matters. But understanding these mechanisms gives you power during those inevitable weeks when life gets chaotic, and 8 hours isn't realistic. Small, strategic changes in how you approach sleep create disproportionately large improvements in how you actually feel. Try just one of these tonight. Seriously, calculate your sleep cycles, create that 20-minute buffer, or step outside tomorrow morning. Then come back and tell me in the comments which strategy hit different for you, because I genuinely want to know what's working. And if you want more psychology-backed study strategies that actually respect your real life, subscribe. We're building something here. You've got this.